We've officially reached the final quarter of the year. 2024 has been a year of landmarks, a year of highlights, both in the anime and manga side, I'd say, as we say goodbye to numerous hit series. But instead of reminiscing about everything that's transpired in this past year just yet, how about a look beyond 2024, a peer into what the anime industry has in store for us next year. Today, I'm going to walk you through what I think are the shows to look out for in the coming year. 2025 is shaping up to be an exciting year full of anime to look forward to. So here are the top 10 most anticipated anime that are set to air in 2025. ...2025 will see the anime debut of promising shonen manga Tougen Anki. Tougen Anki chronicles a world where humanity stands at the crossroads of a conflict. The Momotaro is an organization of individuals who swore to protect humans from the disorderly Oni. However, such protectors of mankind soon bare their fangs at Shiki, our otherwise ordinary human protagonist. Turns out Shiki has Oni powers, and he awakens to them at the sacrifice of his foster father. Naturally, the next step for him is to exact revenge for the supposed protectors of mankind. However, the road to vengeance is quite long, and he'll first have to enter Rakshasa Academy to hone and control his powers. With how many of these supernatural demon battle anime have become smash hits, there's quite a lot of hype for Tougen Anki. It looks to continue the same momentum. Whether it'll turn out to be a home run or not though, nobody knows, but let's keep our fingers crossed.
Momotaro ni mo, Oni no chi ni mo makenai kurai, tsuyoku natte kure yo.
Solo Leveling Season 2 is hands down one of the most hyped anime of 2025, and for good reason. The first season blew everyone away with its jaw-dropping animation, epic fight scenes, and the rise of Sung Jin-woo from an E-rank nobody to an absolute powerhouse. Now with Season 2, fans are buzzing to see what's next as the story dives deeper into new realms and challenges that test Jin-woo like never before. One of the biggest reasons for the excitement is the shift in tone. Jin-woo is no longer the underdog. He's got godlike powers, but now he's facing bigger threats on a global scale. The stakes are higher, the enemies are fiercer, and the action is about to get even more intense. Plus, there's the emotional weight of seeing how Jin-woo deals with his growing responsibilities and connections. The gorgeous animation by A1 Pictures combined with the rich world building and fast-paced plot has fans counting the days. Whether you're into jaw-dropping fight scenes, a compelling protagonist, or a story that's equal parts action and emotion, Season 2 promises to deliver in spades.
お前たち、初の任務だ。行け。
Before we move on, I wanted to tell you something. The other day, I was deep into a gaming session, just one more level, and I casually checked my phone. That's when I realized I'd been playing for 5 hours straight. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love gaming, but sometimes I think, what if someone actually paid me to do this? Well, guess what? Our sponsor today is here to make that dream a reality. Introducing Benjamin, the app that turns your gaming time into real cash. Yep, you heard me. Play games and get paid. Whether you're a casual gamer or love diving deep into epic RPGs, Benjamin has over 1,000 games to choose from. Hit in-game milestones and ka-ching, real cash gets sent straight to your bank. No coins, no tokens, just pure cash. It's simple. You play, they pay. And the fun doesn't stop there either. Log in daily to snag extra bonuses, and if you're stuck watching ads, why not get paid for those too? Turn those annoying pop-ups into profit. With Benjamin, you can easily make up to $10 a day right from your couch. Talk about the ultimate side hustle, hey? Benjamin's all about offering a positive, exciting way to turn your everyday gaming habits into cash-making actions. It's a 100% legit app with the highest rewards in the game. Now, I know my wife's going to be thrilled when I tell her that all my gaming is bringing in some extra cash, so what are you waiting for? Download the Benjamin app today and start turning your playtime into paytime. Let's make that Benjamin together. Don't forget to check out the Benjamin app through the link in the description to make some extra cash. Up next is Sword of the Demon Hunter. The swordsman Jinta has one life mission. He is to protect the priestess of a shrine, slaying demons who threaten her. However, one particular demon puts him in a rather peculiar encounter. This demon is one who speaks of tomorrow, telling Jinta about events over 100 years in the future. Jinta must travel through time, going through multiple eras, both to hunt down the demon and understand what it truly means to wield a sword. Sword of the Demon Hunter is one of the series that I was looking forward to this year. While it was set to start its broadcast with a 1-hour banger this year, things changed and now we have to wait until 2025 for this one. Still, the excitement's there and I'd love to see how the series looks with an extra year of waiting. Hope it turned out better than expected. Windbreaker returns for a second season and it's next on the list.
さっさと始めようじゃねえ
勉強させてください。一度できたらこっちのものだ。
女の子にモテない俺は俺のできること
俺はあいつをあそこから引っ張り出す。
Windbreaker wasted no time finding its footing. Early on in its run, it deservingly got lauded for its frankly amazing action scenes, and that's enough to help it rise above expectations, becoming one of the surprise hits of spring 2024. I wasn't surprised that it became popular, but it shocked me just how well it resonated with anime fans. Well, the ride ain't over yet, and right after the first season ended, a second season was announced, which looks to give fans more of what they love about this delinquent anime. Windbreaker has been a fun watch, mainly due to the very fluid and hot-blooded combat scenes, as well as its attractive cast of characters. I'd say that holds true even if you weren't initially a fan of these delinquent shows. With a second season on the horizon, don't you think now's a good time as any to get into the action and start watching the series? Fire Force Season 3 is also coming next year. Talk about a surprise. The last time we saw Fire Force was in 2020. 2 years later, a third season was announced when I had pretty much lost hope of seeing more of the anime adaptation. Then there was nothing again for over 2 years. All it took was an announcement not too long for the 2025 air date for the flames of excitement to start burning again. Fire Force is one of the good shonen series that fell under the radar. It's got some great elements like epic fights and lovable characters, staples for an anime, but it got overshadowed by the real mainstream hits it had to share space with. Oh, and to some, it somehow became known more for the fan service controversy. Still, it's always great to see a series get adapted in full, and 2025 looks to be Fire Force's year to shine for one last time. Given how positive the reception to the manga's ending and final arc was, can't wait to see how the anime community responds. It certainly isn't your conventional ending, that's for sure, and let's see how the anime adaptation nails the landing. Found an anime to add to your watch list? If so, hit that like button to get more recommendations like this. We still have 5 more anime to talk about, so don't go anywhere. There's more anime goodness coming right up, and who knows, you might find the show to watch in the second half of the list. Lord of Mysteries is at number 5. I'm not exactly sure if you typically like reading web novels, but for those who don't, may I introduce you to Lord of Mysteries. By far one of the biggest hits from web novel is about to get an adaptation, and I just can't avoid talking about it. It's a fantasy/horror story starring our protagonist who finds himself reincarnated in the dead body of Klein Moretti, waking up in an alternative world that resembles Victorian England. Acquiring Klein's fragmented mysteries, he discovers that he's landed in a fantasy world, one entwined with dark powers, mystical creatures, and tragedy. That's a lot to unpack with Lords of Mysteries, and it scratches the more modern dark fantasy itch that I'm sure a lot of anime fans have these days. There's some action, but it's an anime that's more about the mystery at the start. Things start off a little bit slow, but it picks up as our protagonist starts getting embroiled in the events and conspiracies that plague the world. Kaiju number 8 is returning for a second season, and it's 4th on our list.
緊急回収警報緊急回収警報指定地域の皆さんは速やかにシェルターへ避難してください
第一部隊出動だ蹴散らすぞ
Kaiju number 8 finished its run just a couple of months ago to massive fanfare. There's no doubt it's one of the best action anime 2024 has given us, and the way it ended has caused the fans to crave more of it. I can't get enough of it either, so getting news of a continuation as early as next year, I mean, that just felt spectacular. In its first season, Kaiju number 8 is an anime that's thrived on the general public's love for great fight scenes, to which it obviously excels at. Anime fans all over the world have been electrified by the awesome action sequences the production IG brought to the table, but that's not all it has going for it. It also has a plot that's both simple on paper, yet has multiple layers of complexity to it, and that's proven to be a recipe for success with the audience at large. I'm positive the continuation of Kaiju number 8 will keep it up, and the story only gets better from here on out. I can't wait for 2025.
人間の手に落ちた怪獣の力を怪獣の元に取り戻すとしよう。
Witch Hat Atelier makes its way to number 3. Coco is someone who finds herself enthralled with the idea of magic. Her enthusiasm leads her to spy on the witch Quifri, only to discover that her favourite book is in fact a book of magic. Unable to hold her curiosity off, she tests out various spells, only for it to end in disaster and causing her to cross paths with Quifri once more. The witch decides to train her in the ways of magic for the sake of tracking down the Brimmed Caps, a dangerous organisation of magic users. Every now and then, a new anime comes by that evokes the whole fairy tale feeling, giving us a glimpse into a whimsical world of magic and classic literature, a bit like Ancient Magus Bride and arguably the grand hit Freerem. Witch Hat Atelier looks to continue the trend with another magical adventure. Also notable is how this is Bug Films' second outing. Will this be the redemption the studio needs after Zom 100's troubled production? Rising up to the number 2 spot is Dr. Stone Science Future. Back in 2019, Dr. Stone made its smashing debut as one of the more unique and promising shonen anime out there. For me, what makes it so unique, besides the obvious focus on science, is how it evokes a sheer sense of wonder and discovery. Instead of being a series aimed at wowing us with eye-popping fight scenes and visuals, it instead highlights the cool aspects of science and adventure, all while being buoyed by its eccentric yet charismatic characters. It's been a long journey through the years, and finally everything comes to an end. It's time to unravel the last remaining mysteries and uncover the truth behind the petrification that started the story. We're looking at around 36 episodes for this one too. It's been a pleasure. See you in this epic conclusion to one of the best series Shonen Jump has gifted us in the past half decade. Cheers.
最強の殺し屋がいた。その名は坂本太郎。
At last, we see the long-awaited debut of Sakamoto Days. Many considered Taro Sakamoto as the greatest hitman there is, one who stood at the top of the underworld, one whose name struck fear in the hearts of those who heard it. Take note that everything's in the past tense. That's because once Sakamoto found love, he made the decision to abandon his life of crime and start living a mundane life as a store clerk. However, escaping the clutches of the underworld isn't easy. Once his past comes knocking at the door, it's time for him to use all of those years of experience to protect those he holds dear, all without the act of killing. After the series of thrilling action series Shonen Jump's given us, it's quite a nice change of pace to have its latest prospect to be something more down to earth, something more mundane and comedic. Don't let that make you overlook this anime though. It's one of the most entertaining series Jump has, and the blend of action and awkward comedy truly hits the mark. No pun intended. Sakamoto Days really deserves its spot of being 2025's most anticipated anime.
あんまんもありだな。
Sakamoto Days is my pick for 2025's most awaited anime, but is it yours? Make your voice heard on the comment section down below and tell me what anime you're looking forward to the most. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and check out more of what ViniiTube has to offer. Thank you for the time, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you next time.